Unit 3.1. Empowered Women Navigating the World. Glossary. Circumnavigate. To travel all the way around something, especially the earth. Indigenously. Naturally, innately, inherently. Consonants. Agreement or compatibility between opinions or actions. Skippered. To act as a master or captain of a vessel, especially a small boat. Expedition. A journey or voyage made for some specific purpose, such as of war or exploration. Replenishment. Restoration of a stock or supply to a former level or condition. Apprehensive. Anxious or fearful that something bad or unpleasant will happen. Contention. Strenuous effort, struggling together in opposition. Auxiliary. Additional, used as a reserve or substitute in case of need. Anticipate. To foresee, to realize beforehand, to expect, be sure of. Bioluminescence. The production of light by living organisms. Golgappas. The other term for Pani Puri. Morale. Emotional or mental condition with respect to confidence, especially in the face of hardships. A. Read the statements given below and state whether they are true or false. If false, then write the correct answer in the space given. 1. Indian Navy's all-women crew was the first ever to circumnavigate the globe. True. 2. The crew consists of 6 members of men and women Indian Navy service. False. The crew consists of 6 members of women Indian Navy service. 3. Vartika Joshi skipped the crew to circumnavigate the globe. True. 4. The crew started their expedition on the 10th of July 2017 from Mumbai. False. The crew started their expedition on September 2017 from Goa. 5. Dilip Dhond was the first person to go on a non-stop solo circumnavigation. True. B. Answer the following questions briefly. 1. Mention the special features of INSV Tarini. The special feature of LNSU sailboat was that it encouraged use of environment-friendly non-conventional renewable energy resources such as the wind. Collected and updated meteorological, ocean and wave data on regular basis for accurate weather forecast by LND Meteorological Department, IMD, and also collected data for monitoring marine pollution on high seas. 2. What does the term circumnavigation mean? The term circumnavigation means to sail or fly around and make the circuit of navigation. 3. How did the all-women Indian Navy crew go about their voyage? Indian Navy's all-women crew was the first ever to circumnavigate the gate skippered by LT, Commander Vartika Joshi. The all-women team had also LT, Aishwarya Bodapati, LT, SN Vijaya Devi and LT, Payal Gupta as its crew members. They went around the world in 254 days. 4. When did the crew start their voyage? When did they return back to India? How many days did it take to complete the expedition? The crew started their voyage on the 10th of September 2017 from Goa, flagged off by the Defence Minister of India. The crew went around the globe within 254 days and reached Goa on the 21st of May 2018. 5. What sort of training did the crew undergo before their expedition? They started some theoretical courses on navigation, communication and weather prediction. The crew were given hand-on training like to repair things and how to deal with emergencies when the weather got rough. Training were also given for medical emergency. 6. How did the crew members work as a team to make their expedition successful? Teamwork was the most important criteria when they were out at sea. During the storm, when 3 people were at work, other there took rest. Somebody heated the water, the other person would heated the gloves because it was raining also. So some effort actually helped in navigating through the 20 hours long storm. 7. What challenging tasks did the team face during their voyage? In the Pacific, They encountered a storm where the seas were almost 9 to 10 meters high and the winds were picking up to 60 to 70 knots, which is about a hurricane force of wind on land. It was also a blissful experience when something broke down. After a lot of hard work, they were able to fix it together. 8. What sort of activities did the crew engage in during their long voyage? They were always entertained. They watched movies, listened to music, read comics and the Ramayana during their journey. Swati loved cooking and baking and also liked crafting a lot, so she used to make lampshades. They make lampshades. They made parathas, baked cakes and breads and even made halwa and rasgullas. 9. Mention the celebrations which the crew enjoyed during their expeditions. They celebrated festivals at sea like Diwali. They celebrated 3 birthdays including the first birthday of the boat. They also celebrated specific occasions like crossing the equator, the international dateline and such. 10. Which factor motivated the crew to undertake this expedition? They celebrated festivals at sea like Diwali. They celebrated 3 birthdays including the first birthday of the boat. They also celebrated specific occasions like the equator, the international data line and such. C. Answer the following in about 100 to 150 words. 1. Highlight the factors responsible for the all-women Indian Navy crew to carry out their expedition. The factors responsible for the all-women Indian Navy was to carry out their expedition, the real power of women though realized earlier, currently being projected to the world by the advancement of technology and media. There is no field left untouched by them. One such achievement is the all-women Indian Navy crew who circumnavigated. The voyage was aimed to showcase Make in India initiative by sailing on board indigenously built INS Tarini. None of them was acquainted with a sailboat or ocean-going boat, none of them had sailed before, nor were women officers allowed entry in combat platforms as yet. This became the major factor to carry out their expedition. At first, it was difficult to take the boat out to sea, from one point to another. But they slowly built upon it through 3 years of training. Their crew was the first Indian all-women crew circumnavigating through the globe. The Indian Navy's all-women crew was the first ever to circumnavigate, skippered by its commander Vantika Joshi, the words of Chief of the Naval Stall, Admiral Sunil Lanba. The project is considered essential towards promoting ocean sailing activities in the Navy while depicting Government of India's thrust for Nari Shakti. Inspired them to come out with this expedition. Moreover, the people outside the country were eagerly waiting for their journey to be successful, which inspired them a lot. INSV Tarini has advanced marine navigation suite and an array of satellite communication systems for perfect navigation anywhere in the world. To prove women empowerment, the 6 women carried out this expedition wholeheartedly. 2. Write in detail about the selection and training process which the crew underwent. None of the crew members was acquainted with a sailboat or ocean-going boat. At first, it was difficult for them to take the boat out to sea, from one point to another. But they slowly built upon it through 3 years of training. They started with some theoretical courses on navigation, communication and weather prediction. Classroom courses were different from sailing outside, so they were given training like how to repair things, how to deal with emergencies and how to tackle medical emergency. They underwent basic sail training courses in Mumbai at the Indian Naval Waterman Ship Training Center and at various schools in the Southern Naval Base in Kochi. They even sailed on INSV Mahaday to Mauritius and back to Cape Town in December 2016. They were almost trained for 3 years to prepare for the voyage. Since the boat was old, it had minor leaks and repairs. Also, they ran out of water and food. The trip was a tutorial for them to manage water and even electricity during the big voyage. Out of the 30 women who had applied, 6 of them were shortlisted for the voyage based on the little survival skills. The crew was mentored by Commander Dilip Dond. Vocabulary. A. Pick out the idioms and phrases from the box and write them in the blanks equivalent to their meanings. 1 is done for you. Find one's voice. Lend an ear. Sharp as a tack. Over the moon. On the ball. Bring it on. Come across. Get along. Hang on. Work out. Idioms. Phrases. 1. Competent, on the ball. 1. To meet or find by chance, hang on. 2. Become more confident in expressing oneself, find one's voice. 2. To exercise, work out. 3. Extremely happy, over the moon. 3. To accept a challenge with confidence, bring it on. 4. Mentally agile, sharp as a tack. 4. To have a friendly relationship, get along. 5. Listen, lend an ear. 5. To keep something, come across. B. Read the given sentences carefully and fill in with appropriate phrasal verbs. Choose them from the help box. Get along with. Take off. Shut down. Look after. Warm up. The air hostess instructed the passengers to wear the seat belts during the takeoff. Venkat felt happy to look after the neighbors in the new locality. There will be a shutdown next week in the office. Doing warm up every day in the morning keeps one healthy. The mother instructed the maid to get along with the child carefully. C. Read the given passage carefully and fill in the blanks with suitable phrasal verbs from the help box. Burn off. Keep up. Build up. Tire out. Warms up. Put on. Work out. Stretch out. Rhea is a young dancer who feels contented and satisfied with herself. Let's hear from her. Hi, everyone. I am Rhea. I suppose I'm really lucky because I don't put on weight easily. I never work out in the gym, and the only time I tire out is when I need something from the top shelf. I tried aerobics several times, but I couldn't keep up with the others. I take my pet for a walk thrice a day though, and that helps to burn off the calories. I usually watch what I eat, but I sometimes binge on ice cream. My sister Dia is a real fitness fanatic. Before she works out, she warms up every day with push-ups, sit-ups, stretches and a jog around the park. She says it's important to build up good levels of strength and stamina. I don't want to overdo it though. A fitness regime like hers would keep up me stretch out. Listening. A. Listen to the passage read by the teacher and say whether the given statement is true or false. Preeti Srinivasan is a former cricketer from Tamil Nadu. True. At the age of 17, she captained the Indian women's cricket team. True. Preeti Srinivasan was not only a cricketer but also a runner. False. Preeti's own trauma inspired her to create Soul Free, a foundation for those suffering from mental illness. False. Preeti received the Kalpana Chawla Award for Courage and Daring Enterprise. True. Reading. A. Read the data below and answer the following questions. Choose the correct answer. 1. What is the data about? Answer. Women at work. 2. Identify the 3 jobs where the same percentage of women work. Answer. 3. In which field of work is women's involvement the second highest? Answer. Administration, human resource. 4. Percentage of women working in finance is the same as. Answer. Administration, human resources. 5. What is the difference between the percentage of women working in logistics and medicine? Answer. 5. Writing. A. Read the given slogans and match them appropriately with their theme. A. One for all and all for one. Junk food. B. Limit your fast food, otherwise it would be your last food. Save water. C. Restricting a woman restricts the growth of the family. Cleanliness. D. Clean and green makes perfect scene. Woman empowerment. A. It takes a lot of blue to stay green. Unity. Answer. A.5. B1, C4, D3, E2. Grammar. A. Complete the sentences in present tense forms. Saravanan always go for a walk in the morning. Dot. We have gathered here for a meeting and the chairperson is yet to arrive. Arun have been eagerly wait to meet her friends since morning. Sheba move to a new house next week. Nasira attend music classes regularly. Ilakia and Adhira enjoy each other's company very much. Mani has been working in this school for 5 years. It is pouring outside now. B. Complete the sentences in past tense forms. I went go to her place on foot. The children were playing play in the ground when the teacher arrived. They were request him when the manager arrived. If you had worked hard, you would have won the relay match. Joanna and Joy had already leave for Ooty when the others reached the station. We all sing in the choir last week. Nancy was always ask for help. The office goers wait for the train. C. Fill in the blanks using the verbs in the brackets in the future form. We shall not go to the market, in case it rains. Go. Kirti will be doing his work by next week, do. The peon will be ringing the bell by the time I reach the school, ring. I shall be visiting my sister's house next April if I go to Uttarakhand. Visit. If you listen carefully, you will understand my point. Understand. By next year, I shall have been living in Chennai for 15 years. Live. The new edition of this book will come out shortly. Come. She hopes you will help her. Help. D. Underline the verbs and identify the tense forms. I am working hard day and night. Present continuous tense. The moon revolves around the earth. Simple present tense. Were the milkmen milking the cow? Past continuous tense. He received your messages last night. Simple past tense. I have been ill for a couple of days. Present perfect tense. A. In the following passage, some words are missing. Choose the correct words from the given options to complete the passage. A. Will be born. Is born. Born. Has born. B. School going. Going to school. School coming. School gone. C. Working. Works. Had worked. Will work. D. Drawn. Had drawn. Drawing. Having drawn. A. Win. Was winning. Wins. Won. F. Was starting. Starting. Started. Is starting. G. Hoped. Hoping. Hopes. Has hoped. H. Will become. Becomes. Would become. Will be becoming. Raghav A. is born in a middle-class family. He is a school-going boy of 8. His mother C. works as a software engineer in an MNC. D. Drawing is his favorite hobby. He A. won the first prize in school-level competition for drawing last week. He F. started drawing at the age of 3. His mother G. hoped he H. will become a great painter in future. F. The following passage has not been edited. There is one error in the tense of the verb in each line. Write the wrong word as well as the correct word in the given place. 1 is done for you. Sentence. Wrong words. Correct words. When Anand reached Arun's place, his reached. Friends have arrived already. Arun have arrived. Had arrived. Introduces Anand to them. Arun's brother. Introduces. Introduced. Buy some snacks from the market. Buy. Had bought. Arun serving it to all his friends. Then. Serving. Was serving. They all sat together to planning their holidays. Planning. Plan. Arun have a cottage in Ooty, so. Have. Had. They all planned to go to Ooty during the holidays. Plan. Planned. Would we have a good time? Asked Arun. Would. Should. They all cheerfully say, yes. Say. Said. G. Read the story and rewrite it using the simple past tense. Juno the elephant is lonely and tries to make friends with the other animals in the forest. But, the other animals refuse to play with Juno because of his size. One day, all the animals are running away from Dara the tiger, who is eating everyone he finds. Juno goes and gives Dara a swift kick. Dara immediately runs away. Juno is now everyone's friend. Answer: Juno the elephant was lonely and tried to make friends with the other animals in the forest. But, the other animals refused to play with Juno because of his size. One day, all the animals were running away from Dara the tiger, who was eating everyone he found. Juno went and gave Dara a swift kick. Dara immediately ran away. Juno was now everyone's friend. Read the situations given and frame two suitable sentences in the appropriate form of the tenses. 1. Give two instructions to your classmate. Switch off the lights and fans whenever you leave the class. You should submit the noteworks before this evening. 2. Mention any two of your discontinued habits in the correct tense form. I used to bite my nails when I was 5 years old. Every morning, I used to go to temple. 3. Make any two requests to your classmate or friends. Will you please lend me your book? I request you to guide me in doing maths. 4. Mention any of your two dreams in the correct tense form. My dream is to educate the poor. The only dream in my life is to serve the people in the society. Unit 3.2. I am every woman. Glossary. Innate, inborn and natural. Stake, risk, persistence, determination. Sigh. Emit a king, deep audible breath expressing sadness, relief or tiredness. Mess with, to tease or play a joke. Prankster, a person who acts mischievous. Groans, complains and grumbles. Moans, grieves. Read the lines and answer the questions. 1. The summer of life she's ready to see in spring. She says, spring will come again, my dear, let me care for the ones who are near. What does the word summer mean here? The word, summer, refers to the later part of life. B. How does she take life? She takes life with caution. C. What does she mean by, spring will come again? She expects life to bloom and blossom. 2. Strong is she in her faith and belief. Persistence is the key to everything, says she. What is she strong about? She is strong about her views and opinions. B. How does she deal with the adversities in life? She faces the adversities with persistence and hard work. 3. Despite the sighs and groans and moans, she's strong in her faith, firm in her belief. Is she complaining about the problems of life? No, she is not complaining about the problems of life. She is ready to face it. B. Pick out the words that show her grit. Strong and firm are the words that show her grit. 4. Don't ever try to sow her pride, her self-respect. She knows how to thaw you, so beware. What do the words thaw and saw mean here? The word saw refers to belittle her pride and self-respect. The word thaw refers to get rid of or destroy. B. What is the tone of the author? The tone of the author reflects admonition and warning. 5. She's today's woman. Today's woman, dear. Love her, respect her, keep her near. Describe today's woman according to the poet. No, the poet is talking about the women of the present generation. B. How should a woman be treated? A woman should be treated with affection, respect and with a friendly attitude. B. Read the lines and identify the figure of speech. 1. A woman is beauty innate. A symbol of power and strength. She puts her life at stake, she's real, she's not fake. Pick out the rhyming words from the above lines. Stake, fake. B. Add another word that rhymes with it. Length. C. Give the rhyme scheme for the above lines. 2. She's a lioness, don't mess with her. She'll not spare you if you're a prankster. A. Pick out the line that has a metaphor in it. She's lioness. B. Give your examples of metaphor to describe the qualities of a woman. She is all states, and all princes. 3. She's strong in her faith, firm in her belief. A. Pick out the alliterated words from the above. Faith, firm. B. Pick out other alliterated words from the poem. Symbol. Strength, summer. C. Spring, says, sighs. C. Fill in with a word in each blanks to complete the summary of the poem. Use the help box given below. Dignified, healthier, today's, persistent, symbol, innate, fake, adversity, life, disgrace, prankster, woman, faith, optimistic, quitter, thaw, lioness, fear, beliefs, self-respect, strength, care, hope, near, respect, saw. Every woman is beautiful innate. She symbol is the of power and strength. She is prone to put her life at risk. Every woman is true in expressing her love and she is never fake. She is very persistent. Her approach, even at times of adversity, she finds a ray of hope and she continues to care for her near ones. She is the woman and she has no fear. She is forceful in her faith and beliefs. She is never a quitter and she is optimistic. She is ferocious like a lioness. It's better for the prankster to stay away from her. Never should one try to bring disgrace to her pride and self-respect, for she knows how to thaw and saw them. She is today's woman. It is dignified to love her, respect her, and to keep her healthier. D. Answer the following in a paragraph of about 80 to 100 words. 1. How are today's women portrayed by the poet? Every woman, according to the poetess, is always beauty incarnate. She is a symbol strength. She encounters risks in her life. She is always ready to prepare for the future. Her persistence is the key to cross over groans and moans. She always keeps self-respect in her dealings. So do not tease her. If you reprimand her, she will show her might prowess. Thereby the poetess say, one should keep woman alive with love, respect and care. 2. What qualities have made women powerful? Today's women are beautiful, brave, strong and resolute. They are always ready to face the negative situations with a bold and positive approach. They are ready to work hard. They always prepare themselves for the future. They are persistent in their efforts. They are capable of driving away brickbats and kickbacks. They really care about their dear and near ones. They are the ones who are self-esteemed. Totally, their dignity, persistence, lovable nature them powerful. Unit 3.3. The story of Mulan. Glossary. Carving. An act of cutting a shape or pattern into wood or stone. Robe. A long, loose outer garment reaching the ankles. Kung Fu. A Chinese method of fighting that involves using your hands and feet and not using weapons. Might. Great and impressive power or strength, especially of a nation, large organization, or natural force. Bow. Bending the body forwards from the waist, especially to show respect for someone. A. Choose the best answers. 1. Mulan goes to the battle instead of her father because her father is old. Answer. Her father is old. 2. What did Mulan do before leaving the house? Answer. Cut off her hair. 3. What is the story about? Answer. Patriotism. 4. The emperor asked Mulan to stay with him in the palace as his royal advisor. Answer. Royal advisor. 5. The emperor gave Mulan 6 horses and 6 swords. Answer. 6 horses and 6 swords. 6. How did people of the village react to Mulan after her return from the battle? Answer. Cheered her. B. Identify the character or speaker of the following lines. 1. I heard about it in town. Mulan's father. 2. I am your son now. Mulan. 3. The general is a woman. Soldiers. 4. Mulan, stay with me in the palace. The emperor. 5. You are too kind, sire. Mulan, see, answer the following questions in a sentence or two. 1. What was the emperor's order? The emperor's order was that one man from each Chinese family to join the army. 2. Where did Mulan's father hear about the emperor's order? Mulan's father heard about the emperor's when he was in town. 3. Why couldn't Mulan's brother go to war? Her brother was a child, so Mulan's brother couldn't go to war. 4. Why did Mulan disguise herself as a man? Mulan wanted to go to the war in her father's place. She would like to do her part for China. So, she disguised herself as a man. 5. How did the soldiers become sick? In the army, a very bad fever spread through it. So, the soldiers became sick. 6. How would she be punished if found guilty? She should die. This would be the punishment if found guilty. 7. Why did the emperor give her fine gifts? The emperor was glad that Mulan had ended the long war. So he gave her fine gifts. 8. How did the soldiers come to know about Mulan's real identity? The soldiers came to know about Mulan's real identity through the doctor. D. Answer the following questions in a paragraph. 1. Sketch the character of Mulan. Mulan is a character that is of a hero to all and superior in degree to other men. She is superior in this aspect due to the fact that she is willing to risk her life for her father and for her strong beliefs. If it was found that Mulan was a woman, the consequence would be death, but to Mulan that didn't matter. It's the fact that she is willing to protect her father from the dangers of war that makes her a true hero to all. Under her training sessions of the war, she proves that women can do what men can. She is very passionate in protecting her country and her father. Mulan won the battle for them. Though the emperor appointed her as a royal advisor, she refused it. Instead, she preferred to go to her family. That shows how much she was very close to her family. 2. Do you agree with Mulan's decision to go to war? Justify. Yes, I agree with Mulan's decision to go to war. When she heard the emperor's order, she convinced her father. She was even ready to cut off her long, black hair so that she could enter the army in the place of her father. She was daring. She did something nobody had ever thought that girls could do. She proved that girls could do the same thing that anybody else could do. I admire her. Mulan will always be a girl in Chinese history, and that will never be forgotten.